Since apparently people don't like technology, people like technology that work, or rather stuff that works, but I think most of my listeners like tinkering with technology, but sometimes you just want stuff that works. Most of us do not know how a phone works. We wouldn't be able to create a phone if we're given 1,000 years. If you're just given the phone and trying to figure out how it works, probably you wouldn't be able to figure it out. So today we want to look at some of the products within the cryptocurrency space that actually work. So that's what you're going to see today. But remember to hit that subscribe and like button, because don't let anyone tell you that that's not something useful. That's extremely useful, because that's the way you support this channel, and it's extremely important. So stay tuned for the whole video. So now guys, I wanted to do a whole layer 2 video, bore you with this stuff, layer 2 scaling solutions, but those that have been watching my channel, you know what that is. So a brief sort of introduction. We have layer 0 technologies like the Cosmos ecosystem. You can search that up, or some of my old videos. We have layer 1 technologies like maybe Bitcoin or Ethereum. For example, Ethereum is an example of an advanced layer 1 technology. Layer 1, where you can build other other blockchains or other cryptocurrencies on top of it. You can build infrastructure using these things called smart contracts. Now, for example, Cosmos, that's an example of a layer 0 technology. It's layer 0 because you can build other layer 1's technology on there, which then can be used to build layer 2s and other ecosystems out there. But not to that was just a summary of what is going on in the cryptocurrency space. The whole point is people don't want to know all those details. People want to know what platforms are there that can be used today, but in the background they use blockchain technology, and that's what we call adoption. So using this essentially this article that was written by Watcher Guru, one of the people you should follow on Twitter actually, because these people hint these headlines out there and they'll help you catch up with crypto news really fast. So do Coinbase and Binance have new competition in the crypto exchange race? This is really short, guys, but the whole point of this video, there are some links within this article that are going to show us quickly what is actually being used within the cryptocurrency space. I picked these guys because obviously this is a very short and good summary. So despite being in the bear market, the crypto exchange battle is on. The volatility in the market has been hovering around local highs of late, and traders have been taking advantage of the same. Traders have essentially been taking advantage of the same, and you can see some charts here. Crypto volatility index. Crypto is always volatile, no matter, it just depends. In the bull market it's volatile, in the bear market it's volatile. This just depends on the sentiment, guys, but remember, have a long-term perspective. So per a recent Crypto Compare report, spot volumes on centralized exchange rose by 13.6%. Guys, they centralized and decentralized exchanges, but we'll look at that, to 1.97 trillion last month. So with a daily maximum of 148.8 billion traded on 11th of May 2022, the day Terra USD collapsed. As a result, FTX, another centralized crypto exchange, was able to fare better than its peers like Coinbase and OKX, which is another exchange, per Crypto Compare. Okay, by the way, guys, Crypto Compare is a nice platform you can use to compare layer 2s, layer 1s, and all kinds of platforms. You can essentially look at the whole crypto landscape through Crypto Compare. So I advise you guys to check it out. So FTX overtook Coinbase and OKX in spot trading volume for the first time in May. So FTX spot market volumes reached 89.4 billion. Wow. At 80.8% increase last month prior. Now check this out. Binance, nonetheless, retained its position as the largest exchange by volume with a market share of 50.9%. Trades worth 532 billion have been executed last month, a 14.3% rise with when compared. Guys, this is obviously obvious because Coinbase is so regulated within the United States. They can't do so much. But Binance, I guess they started in Canada or whatever they started with, and the CEO has been all over the world, so he knows how to deal with different regulations. Many people are using the Binance ecosystem as a utility platform as they navigate the cryptocurrency space. It goes beyond just speculation. So the reason why so much is being traded is just not beyond, it's not just speculation, but rather real world use cases of digital currencies. So whether you like them or not. What about decentralized exchanges? Even decentralized exchanges were able to put up a pretty decent show in May per data from the block. So that's the other people actually talked about in one of my old videos. Very good research. The aggregate DEX volume stood at 131.2 billion last month, as illustrated below. The same was substantially higher than what was registered in February, March, and April. So you can look at some statistics here, decentralized exchanges and the volume that they're trading. But that is not really the point of, well, it is the point of the video today, but we shall see the main core. So Uniswap was essentially the flag bearer, which is essentially innovated this whole swap, liquidity swap thing, and that's why it's at the top, and they continue to deliver. Uniswap was essentially the flag bearer and single-handedly contributed 61 billion to the total volume. The leader was notably followed by PancakeSwap, the leading decentralized exchange on the Binance ecosystem, Curve Finance, another DEX on Ethereum, and Dodo, which actually is the one we're going to look at to navigate to see this whole layer 2 thing, though others have implemented other layer 2 solutions, Uniswap and so on. Cross-pollination. Binance leads the centralized exchange race while Uniswap leads the DEX race. Alongside, in terms of absolute numbers also, centralized exchanges or SEXs remains to be quite ahead. However, the April-May decentralized exchange to centralized exchange trade volume readings brought to light an interesting trend. As such, the said figure was derived by dividing decentralized exchanges volume by that of the centralized exchanges per the block. So that's how they did their research. Per the block, that's how they did their research. So from April to May, this ratio notched up from 11.08% to 11.64%, bringing the light that decentralized exchanges are on track and are trying to cope with centralized exchanges. Even though the rise ain't that high, it shouldn't be ignored, for it is a step in the right direction for decentralized finance, guys. If you look at some of the videos I did in the past, it's very important to actually keep these core values in the cryptocurrency space at our fingertips. Before we do anything as we navigate this space, the core values are extremely important. And in case you forget them, go look at the earlier educators in the cryptocurrency space, and those people will give you all the strength you need to understand why we're here in the first place. So guys, this is an example of Coinbase, and this is their outlay. I've used Coinbase like probably 4 years ago, but they just couldn't serve my purpose because, as I said, they're too limited within the area, the global coverage of what they do, unfortunately. But I guess because they're within a market where the volume is high, most of the rich people are in the US, so I guess it works for them in their own way. So jumpstart your crypto portfolio. That is Coinbase. That is what it looks like. But if you want to hold your cryptos there, you can actually use it. But maybe they've improved, but they're still the biggest and one of the biggest. I guess one of the biggest. Binance, this is what it looks like. Buy, trade, hold 600 plus cryptocurrencies. And of course, with Binance, you can trade you can use technologies like mobile money, which essentially is an extremely important technology within the African continent. You can use credit cards and debit cards, cash and other things. They have a peer-to-peer decentralized finance platform where you can use to interact, just like local Bitcoin. So a lot of innovation going on. Then in terms of decentralized exchanges, what the article talked about, PancakeSwap, which is the leading decentralized exchange on the Binance ecosystem. So you're looking at the biggest exchange having this would be the biggest DEX. So how these decentralized platforms formed up, essentially what Binance did, they decided to onboard onto the EVM, which is the Ethereum virtual machine, which means their platform can be used on Web3 wallets that are compatible with the Ethereum network and other solutions built to handle those kinds of smart contracts that are similar to the Solidity programming language. Basically, the infrastructure is, if you're building on Ethereum, you can easily build other platforms on these other platforms that are leveraging Ethereum virtual machine. So PancakeSwap, some of these platforms were sponsored by Binance. They spread out their money, and some of these actually turned out to be successful, just like this is one of them. Then when you go to the Ethereum side, these are the guys that essentially innovated decentralized finance pools, and you can see they've kept their interface simple, just like the way you see in the search engine side. We have Google, they kept their interface simple, so that's what I guess these guys are mimicking something similar. You swap your tokens, that is it. Then you can venture into other things. The reason why it's saying the wrong network, of course, they support mostly Ethereum network and other networks. So you can just go to your Web3 wallet, change your RPC, we call that an RPC. You can change that, for example, to Ethereum network, and then you can have access to their platform. As simple as that, it comes to life. Okay, that's what we call decentralization, the magic of using these platforms that are accessible to anyone, anywhere. Doesn't matter who you are, how old you are, how young you are. It just depends on your mental curiosity to find out these things. And that is the beauty of cryptocurrencies, because you can do whatever you want. It truly gives you power. And if you are a programmer and you know how to navigate these things, doesn't matter at what point, bear market, bull market, 10 years in the future, 20 years in the future, if you know what you're doing, you can always create a product that will be acceptable, liked in the cryptocurrency ecosystem, whatever digital currencies will be like in the future. Curve Finance, one of the biggest exchanges or decentralized platforms on the Ethereum network. This has been there forever. I mean, it's one of the earlier contenders, just like Compound and others. So they call them DeFi aggregators. So you can do all kinds of decentralized finance things with this platform and not just swapping. So they kind of were among the first to do that kind of stuff, and that's why they're here, and they've kept the interfaces the way they want them to be, simple and easy to understand. So Dodo, which is actually, I haven't used this one before, and it was pretty exciting to find about these people. When you come to their platform, it's decentralized trading protocol for Web3. Go to the app, and what's interesting, they introduce you straight away to some of the other blockchains that they integrate, like Ethereum, Binance, Polygon, Arbitrum, and other logos can get a bit fuzzy, but I can see Optimism, Avalanche, and so on. And then when you scroll down to their website, they have this pretty neat interface. Let me see if I can change the screen. No, it's already default like that. So you can show you swap 1,000 USD to get this amount of Dodo, swap 1,000 USDT to get this wrapped Bitcoin, swap 1,000 USDT to get this amount of Ethereum. So it's a pretty neat interface that sort of introduces it to this, and then they show you Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, Arbitrum, which is a layer 2 scaling solution, Heco, OKX, and others. Now when you go to their platform, you can go to a bridge. A bridge is one that allows you to interact with layer 2 scaling solutions. For example, you can swap your original Ethereum chain Ethereum to the Ethereum on Arbitrum, so that you leverage their scaling solutions while still being able to use Ethereum for these other things, staking and so on. So Boba Bridge is another one. You can convert different ERC20 tokens so that are in the Ethereum network. You can convert them to use them for Arbitrum. I'll give you an example. Decentraland, one of the biggest metaverse, I guess, arguably, in the cryptocurrency space, has always integrated the Polygon network. Their native currency is Mana, and it was native on the Ethereum as an ERC20 standard, but you can use a bridge to transfer or to convert. Actually, it's really hard to find bridges, and Binance used to be a direct bridge to Mana, but now they no longer use that. So the best way is you can use a decentralized exchange to convert to have maybe USD stablecoins, and then you can directly swap for Mana on the Polygon network, and through that you can leverage that token in Decentraland and in other platforms that support the Mana token and staking and that. So it really helps to scale the Ethereum side of things. So Ethereum network survives while also these scaling solutions grow out to be their own animals, and they support the infrastructure. So this is kind of cooperation, and that's when I love Ethereum, when we have other technologies that can cooperate to actually save it, because we just don't want one thing ruling the cryptocurrency space. I don't think that's how life works. When we see continued cooperation and support for different ecosystems, I think that's the way this space moves forward. Then you can see other bridges like Rainbow Bridge, Optimism Gateway. These guys just did an airdrop. The Avalanche Bridge, Sea Bridge powered by Stellar Network. So you want to note that, Stellar Network. Stargate powered by Stargate Foundation. Pretty cool. And I've used the Connex Bridge, one of the most advanced, one of the best bridges to ever exist. So guys, if you've never heard of the Connex Bridge, there you go. I've thrown you a bone. I've thrown you a bone. So Connex, powered by the Connex network. I can vouch for them. Pretty good bridge. Now, when you click on Ethereum, you understand that this decentralized exchange integrates other platforms, especially if they're Ethereum virtual machine compatible, because then it's easy to integrate them. So we have Ethereum, but then, for example, if you click on Binance, it will still be the same Web3 wallet that will ask you, hey, you're on the wrong network, can you switch to Binance? Then you can switch the network, and it switches to Binance. And if you don't want to use Binance, still you're using the same Web3 wallet, you're like, oh, okay, let me switch to Polygon, and they will tell you, hey, you've switched to Polygon on our network, but you're on the wrong network. Can you switch to Polygon on your Web3 wallet? You're like, okay, let's do it. And then your Web3 wallet pops up. I don't think you guys can see that because it's not recording this. Then I click switch right now on my Web3 wallet, and there you go. Now, like magic, I can have access to all these things that are here. So essentially, I wanted to show you this product that work, because regardless of the bear market conditions right now, these are quality platforms and they ain't going anywhere. And the technologies they built, or rather that they're leveraging, that they're using, have become industrial standards if you want to build a successful decentralized exchange or decentralized autonomous organizations. And this is how the crypto space is evolving. Now, I did the owners to actually click on one of these things. For example, we see Stargate powered by Stargate Foundation. I didn't know what Stargate Foundation is, at least I've heard of Stellar. So if you go to Stargate Finance, they have their own decentralized exchange. So you can see this kind of cooperation that's going on in the crypto space, and this is how we move forward. So you can also leverage their platform, because essentially it does the same thing, but you have this, you don't have this unnecessary friction. You have technologies that work, okay? Especially as we go forward with the regulation and whatnot. Some of these platforms may tailor themselves to fit certain regulations of certain countries, or they might just want to remain decentralized and available, all services available for everyone to use. So guys, I really hope you learned something in today's video. At least I did, and I think this is beneficial. This is really good knowledge to have as you navigate this crypto space, and you won't be overwhelmed by all the noise and everything that happens around you, and you have your own tools to actually tackle this crypto space with all the confidence that you need to move forward. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.